All right, guys, welcome back. So I'm going back to the drawing board. I'm going to keep this setup because I really like the way this rotor is set up. It seems to work really well, but I don't like the base setup. And I'm going to do something that Sky Collection told me to do. I reprinted back plates that hold the ring magnets. If you notice, it's twice as tall as the original. That's because I'm going to put two ring magnets in there. And I think I'm going to go back to using this style back plate. So I'm going to take this back plate off, this one off. I'm going to beef up the base, and I'm going to put a double ring magnet on there, but still probably only use the single magnet on the rotor. At least that's where I think I'm going. I'm not fond of this. So I like this back plate, but I'm not fond of this. What I may try to do first is, oh, I broke the other one, so I can't use it. Dag nabbit. Yeah, so I think I'm going to redesign everything. I'm going to first take a look at this guy and see how easily I can move this base over to accommodate this, because this is much shorter, as you can see, than the original big rotor that I have in there. Ooh, yeah. Those are strong magnets. And ironically, even though this one has more magnets in it, I think it's about the same weight as this. This even feels a little bit heavier. I'm going to keep this set up, but I'm going to make a slide for the coil so it can slide in and out. So I have a lot of decisions and a lot of work to do. What I may do is keep this, but double it up like I did with this. I don't know. I got to figure it out. So stay tuned. So another reason why I want to use this back plate that came from the larger MagLev versus this one is this one. I don't know if you can tell, but I put a thick brass or copper, I'm not sure what it is, back plate in there, which I think would work better with this type of shaft than glass. The glass works great when I use the ball bearings on the end. But I think in order for it to adhere or, I don't know, glide better if it was metal against metal. I still like the ball bearing better, but Sky said I should have a solid shaft in there. And it does make some sense. So yeah, I've taken that one off of there, which is good. It means I didn't glue it on, so I can cut this and use this base, pry this off, and do the double, where are they? Use the double back. Anyway, stay tuned. Yikes. So I did it right in as far as the measurement goes, but I almost lost a finger trying to put these two in there. Because I got to keep it the same as this, right? So it's south facing out. Oops, sorry. South facing out, but north in the middle. South facing out, north in the middle. Yeah, because that's the way it works with the MagLev. And then, of course, you have the north facing out here, so that the two norths have to go past each other to get to the south, which pulls it against the plate. That's my understanding of MagLev. I've tried it every other way and it doesn't work. So if you guys know of a better way, but yeah, so you've got the south on the outer pole and the south on the outer pole there, and then north and north. And when you pull it past it, it then pulls it into the back plate. Anyway, the reason why I'm recording this, I almost lost a finger doing that. Got to be careful. Stay tuned. And so the advantage of this type of build over the other one that just had a back plate and the different shields coming out to give me the proper spaces, I can better control the space by putting a back plate here and going this way. Because this guy, yeah, this guy will, it has to be, let's see, right about there. So I can better control the back space. Oops. Anyway, stay tuned. All right, so I pretty much got all the cutting and drilling. I'm going to take the both of best worlds from that design and this design and combine them, meaning no glue, brass screws holding everything together. I'm going to use clear plastic for the spacers, the same spacer system I had there, but use the metal backing. And so this should be good, hopefully. Stay tuned. All right, so it's coming along. I bolted 2 plates underneath this one just to give it some really hard rigidity. Doesn't look great, but it will function really good. This is too long. I'll just cut those off after the fact, but I got double stacked bearings in there, and that seems to work okay. I'm going to test it here in a second just by sticking the rotor end in there and seeing if it worked. Here, hold on. I'll show you guys while I do it. Hold tight. All right, so I'm not sure if I can do this on camera, but how you normally do it is you get it over there and then you have to force it back. Yeah. And see, that's pretty good. It's actually, I don't know if it's too far in. It seems to be holding okay, and it's not jerking. It's not jerking up. I think it could come out a little bit more though. But let me try the other side, because I did notice that this end right here is shorter than this end, not by a lot. But let me see if I can get that in. Now see, that's much better. Yeah, I can tell that's much better. So it's gonna work. I may have to take this spacer out. I thought I needed the spacer. Kind of tricky to do on camera. But that's basically how you get it in. You see how it was pushing against it, and then it pulled it up against the back here. And I thought I was going to need a spacer, but now I'm second guessing it. I don't think I will need the spacer. Anyway, stay tuned. Okay, so this time I'm taking notes and learning a lot. So I took the spacer off of this one, but left the spacer on this one. And if you notice, that side seems a lot more stable than that side. That side has a tendency to wobble around with this side. So I think letting it go in further captures it better. So I think I'm going to put the spacer back on there. Because even though it's running nice, it's running nice there. But here, I think what I may do, I think I'm going to get rid of the metal because I think the metal is no good. See, look, you can see that side's running really nice, whereas this side has a tendency to wobble. That side is locked in there, tighter than a drum. And I think if I remember correctly, when I look at Sky Collection's setup, his is in deeper like that. Of course, he has 2 magnets here and 2 magnets here. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that. I really can't. Here, let me get a little bit more light. There's no play that I could feel. All right, let me. See, this side is really locked in there, where this side wobbles a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to put the spacer back in there. It's no big deal. Ran out of screws, so I'm really scrappling here to get this thing together and get a first run going. Let me try a first run just to see what it looks like. Stay tuned. So as you can see, it's working, but it is really chunky. And I don't have it tuned at all, so I need to put a spacer here. So let me shut it off. Yeah, this side is nice. This side is nice. I need to put a spacer in between here, which is this guy right here. And then I also need, because it's so much higher now, I need to make a new one of these that can go up and down higher, because I need it to be like right there towards the center, and it's just not high enough. Oh, but no, you know what I can do? I can put this on a base, a bigger base. I can get something like this. Ouch. Something like this, and put that on there like that, and then I can set it up. Yeah, I will. I just burned myself on the stupid glue gun. Love that glue gun. But yeah, this is the test circuit. Once I get this thing tuned just right and have it spinning just right, yeah, see, it's really chunky now. So something's wrong, and I think it has to do with the tips I'm using. I don't like that. I like the bearing better. But I'm going to give it a try. Hold tight. So actually, the more I look at this and the more I listen to it, the crunchiness is coming from this side with the spacer. So let me first try it without a spacer. I thought I was going to have one because this end is a little bit longer. And this way it'll also give me a chance to take a look and see how this brass rod I got running through the carbon fiber is faring up against the brass disc I have in there. Stay tuned. So you guys can see there's definitely a problem down in here on this end. So it has everything to do with what it's resting up against. This side seems to be okay. But yeah, it's not doing well. So I need to take it all apart. I need to take it all apart. Yeah, I need to take it all apart because it is definitely not doing well, and it has everything to do with that thing. I'm going to change. It has everything to do with the brass point up against the brass here. I'm changing that out. I'm putting glass and I'm putting ball bearings on the end of this because that's what works for me. Stay tuned. Yeah, so I think I found the culprit. This brass rod, although it's nice and sturdy, it is not tough. And this brass tip focus you. I'm on focus. God, I hate this shit. Focus, you piece of crap. There we go. You see how it's wearing the... Oh, come on. You were just there. There we go. See that? Yeah. Yeah, you guys get the picture. It's wearing it down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Let me see if I could find... I'm going to recreate this tip right here. But instead of going on the inside of the tube, I'm going to go on the outside, like I did with this one here. It's on the outside, but I don't know how I'm going to butt it up against something. What I may do is print out a sleeve that is the exact length of this in order for the magnet sleeve to butt up against there. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. All right, guys, so no success today except for we learned a lot, or I learned a lot. Let me take some measurements and get printing. All right, ciao. So just to end up today, I'm still going to work on this. I'm not going to give up on it, but I took a look at something I did a while ago using the ceramic bearings. And that thing spins forever. And these are bearings, but they're ceramic bearings. And this was just a little thing that I put together. God damn it. A little thing I put together a while ago just to play around. I don't even know if I made a video on it. I think I did. But these bearings, I mean, that thing spins nicely. So what I may end up doing sometime after, depending on how frustrated I get with the MagLev, I may turn this whole thing on its head, go back to the other base, this guy right here, but set it up and put these in where the holes are on the other one, and just do it with a freaking bearing, with the bearings. I mean, sometimes, the MagLev is really nice when I get it working, and I've gotten MagLev working before really good. But it's getting to the point now where I'm not enjoying setting this up because I keep second guessing myself and wanting to do something different after I'm 3/4 of the way through. You know what I mean? But with something like this, this is so straightforward. I don't know. It's something to think about. As I was uploading this video, I thought about this and I went back and took a look at it. And this isn't even set up properly. I don't even know how straight it is. So if I did something on purpose with these, and apparently I don't know if I had to put, yeah, I think I had to put some kind of a shoe on the end of these so that would fit in the bearing. Let's take a look there. Yeah, and I have these ceramic bearings here. I've got two more of them. I can even use these. But yeah, this MagLev stuff, I've done it before. I've done it successfully. trying to do it smaller, getting a smaller, heavier, doesn't seem to be working out. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I'm going back to my ball bearing setup, but I'm going to give this some serious thought. If this next setup doesn't work, I'm going to the bearing. Yeah. Ciao.